United States, and Chris Hattingh, our senior presidential director, in the call tonight. Welcome to everyone for taking time to join us today. We're going to hear something so incredible. It's about an X39 stem cell patch. And this patch, quickly to me, I joined a life wave in March, and I was a skeptic. But after the presentation done by Wilson, within 10 minutes, I had to sit up straight because I saw this as this is it. And quickly to tell you about me, I joined in March. I patched my mom, who had three conditions: a short shoulder pain, chronic shoulder pain for 5 months. In 3 days, guys, the pain was gone. She was on high blood pressure meds for 15 years. In 3 weeks, checking her blood pressure, it kept on dropping. And today she is off high blood pressure meds. The third one, she was struggling for the past 5 years with cholesterol, which was about 6.6. And in a month's time, she took her blood at the hospital, and the cholesterol dropped to 4.1. After that, I said, this I can't keep to myself. I'm obligated to share this with as many people as I can, one person at a time, one family at a time. And today, please stay attentive. We have our senior director, Chris, our senior director, Wilson, who is going to take us through a power presentation, and it's going to be exciting. Over to you, Wilson.
Thank you so much, Don. Every time I hear your story with your mom, I get so excited. What we have in this patch is absolutely groundbreaking. And just to very quickly tell my story, so my good friend, business partner, shoulder to cry on, support structure, Chris Hattingh, is on the call. He joined us tonight. He shared this patch with me 18 months ago. Well, let's call it 19 months. And I'll be honest, when I looked at this the first time, I laughed at him. I was like, Chris, come, it's a little sticker. Why are you so excited about this? And he was like, my brain fog went away in 5 days. So I kind of looked at him. I was like, okay. He was like, go do your research and tell me what you think. So I ripped this apart online, and I wanted to see if I could find anyone that had adverse effects. I wanted to see if I could find somebody that stuck the patch on and had to be rushed to hospital. I couldn't find anything like that. What I did see was some people saw results very quickly, some took a bit longer, and I came to the conclusion I have no risk in trying it. Now, the reason why I did so much research is I wanted to patch my mom. Now, at that stage, my mom had a cushion in between her L4, L5 vertebra, busy disintegrating in a debilitating pain, and I wanted to see if I could help her. So I visit my mom once a year. I get to her. I'm like, Mom, this is a new technology. I said to her, it's going to activate stem cells and maybe we can get rid of your pain. I patched her right there where the pain was and I left her. And I'll never forget it. It was like 45 minutes later. She came into the room where I was sitting, white in the face. She was like, my pain is gone. What is this stuff? And I kind of looked at her. I was like, are you serious? Like, show me that you can move. She's like, look, yeah, I've got mobility back. And I couldn't believe it. That just kicked this door open. I couldn't wait to get back home and share this with as many people as I can. And what's happened since then is absolutely amazing. And the presentation that I'm doing tonight is what we've seen in the last 18 months. Now, just to quickly just minimize the video there, otherwise I can't see what's going on. So let's get started. Have you been patched yet? So I hope after tonight that you will try X39. So tonight I'm going to tell you about this incredible technology. It's called X39. All it's going to do is elevate, activate, and regenerate your body's own stem cells. It does it completely without drugs and medication. And that's what originally got my attention. Now, this is our CEO and inventor. He's an incredible guy. His name is David Schmidt. And just to tell you the story of where this all started, it's incredible. Now, more than 20 years ago, David Schmidt had a contract with the Navy to create a technology that's going to give submariners energy without stimulants. Now, submariners are underwater, sometimes more than 30 hours at a time. And what they were using to keep them awake at that stage wasn't working well. It kept them awake, but they couldn't function. So he created our first product called Energy Enhancer. It is an incredible product. It literally burns fat naturally in the body and it creates energy naturally, and it worked so well that a doctor through another doctor knew the doctor who was the doctor for the Olympic swimming team in 2004. So they patched all the swimmers and they did so well. They won like all the medals that the Olympic committee thought they were doping. And they actually stripped them of all their medals. David Schmidt had to fly there with some patches. They had to test it in the lab. He had to prove the theory. No drugs inside the patches. Nothing's going through the liver or the kidney. Long story short, they got vindicated and they got all their medals back. And it's amazing that that's where this started 20 years ago. Now, today I'm talking to you about X39. So, David has over 180 patents. Who do you know that has a patent? He has over 180. He's a scientist and an inventor. He specializes in reverse aging. Now, in 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. And I'm going to touch on that in a second. Now, the patent for X39 took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. Now, why did he start looking at stem cells? Now, if you look at the New England Journal of Medicine, they stated that the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of adult stem cells in the bloodstream. Now, stem cells are cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed, and they have this incredible ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. And that's super exciting. You mobilize stem cells with this product, and it's like this heat seeking missile, and it just heals and repairs. Now, why the X39 stem cell activation patch? The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. It's the reason why we're healing, why we're not healing as we get older. I think any person over the age of 40, 45, when you get hurt, you take longer to recover. When you get sick, same story. And that's directly connected to the activity of the stem cells in your blood. Now, as a teenager, you have about 1 billion active stem cells. By age 30, this number has dropped to 400 million. It's a 60% reduction. By age 50 to 250 million, a 75% reduction. And as you can see there, as we age, the stem cells just go dormant. And finally, we have this patch where we can reverse this process and start waking up these dormant stem cells. Now, how does the X39 work? It's the holy grail of anti-aging copper peptide. It's called GHKCU. Now, without getting too technical, if I could explain it like this, did you know when you walk outside in the sun and the sun hits your skin, your body produces vitamin D? Now, it's exactly the same process. It's called phototherapy. The difference with the patch is it's reflecting your body's own infrared light back into the body with a very specific signal to the brain that activates this copper peptide in the blood that then mobilizes the stem cell and they go to work. Now, it's made from organic nanocrystals, and it's completely non-invasive and non-transdermal. What does that mean? Nothing's going through the skin. It's not like a nicotine patch where stuff gets absorbed into skin. It doesn't work like that. It works with light and frequency. Completely non-transdermal. That means it can't react towards any medication. And it's made from a 3M medical grade adhesive. Now, 1 in 10,000 people might have an allergic response to the adhesive on plasters and band-aids. If that is the case, you can stick X39 on the inside of your shirt. Doesn't have to be on the skin. It's actually a body heat that activates it. So what does that mean? Anyone can use it. You can stick it on a newborn baby or a 100-year-old person, and I love that. Now, what's going to happen when you activate your stem cells? So I told you the story of my mom where we saw rapid pain relief. We see it time and time and again. And the reason for that is stem cells are really good at going after inflammation. And if we go after the inflammation, we see the symptom improve. So it's a little bit different than normal medicine. Normal medicines, they treat the symptom, the cause still stays there. Yeah, we're going after the cause of issues. And that's why we see such a diverse selection of results. It supports wound healing. Energy and vitality is a really big one for me. I start early in the morning. Sometimes I work till late at night, and I have this constant flow of energy. And it's not like a caffeine energy. I just don't have those dips in the afternoon anymore, and I really like that. Mental clarity, also a really big one. Now, with Chris, his brain fog went away in 5 days. Mine took a little longer. It was about 3 weeks. And it's a big thing when your brain fog lifts. You start seeing colors brighter, your brain just functions better. And that has an amazing effect over time. You start um, making better decisions in your household, your business, and your health. I mean, just that is a really big thing. Now, all athletes should be using X39. It enhances sports performance. You'll have more strength, you'll have more stamina, and you'll recover quicker from exercise. And that is something that all athletes are after. And if the athlete had to get hurt, they will recover a lot quicker from the injury. And then a big one, improves skin appearance for the ladies. Uh, there's two things on here that I also want to touch that's not on here. My sleep has dramatically improved. I've never had sleeping issues, but I'm sleeping a lot deeper. And when I wake up with a bang, there's no lag. And then lastly, my overall mood is just at the highest level it's ever been. When you're waking up your stem cells, it's very tough to not feel good. And just that is very, very exciting. Now, how to wear X39. This is very important. You wear the patch for 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. The restoration actually happens in the resting period. They've done the testing and you can then throw away the patch. I have to say, in South Africa, we know how to squeeze the last bit out of everything. We've seen people take their second-hand patches, stick it on a spouse or a furry friend, and still seeing results. But the goal is to stick on a new patch every day and repeat this process. The reason for this is every day we're working up a couple thousand stem cells, and that has this beautiful compounding effect over time. Now, you can wear more than one patch at a time. Just remember to drink plenty of water. Most people aren't hydrating enough. What's enough water? Anything between 1.5 liters and 2.5 liters a day, dependent on body weight. This assists the patches in communicating the different frequencies in the entire body. What I could also recommend is to add some electrolytes to your diet, a Celtic salt or Himalayan rock salt. Or in South Africa, there's a product called Rehydrate that will also help the cell to function better and can boost the patches a little bit. So there's two placings that you see where they've done the testing. Me personally, I like sticking my X39 in the base of the neck, or 3 fingers below the belly button. But in my mom's case, I stuck it right there where the pain was. So if you've got a sore shoulder, stick it on there, or a sore knee, same story. So that's also great. So the long-term results per 80 case studies. So in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced and we see decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. I think it's amazing that we're seeing results for those conditions. Many people are struggling with PTSD, anxiety, and depression. They don't even know it. And yeah, we have a solution without drugs. I think just that is incredible. Within 3 months, the collagen is increased. We see decreased wrinkles, hair growth increases the structural integrity of both skeletal and muscular systems. And then the big one, within 6 months, we see the heart reverse in age. Now, in a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months of using X39. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. Now, when I looked at that statement the first time, I was like, yeah, right. How can we help people with heart conditions and cardiovascular health? Your heart doesn't have a resting period. So it's very tough to see improvement on a heart. And then we were very pleasantly surprised in August last year. So these are scans from a cardiologist. This was somebody in our network. It was a mom. She's in her 70s. So as you can see there, day one, that redness in the heart, inflammation, and then she started patching. X39, back of the neck, 2 months later. Look how that redness in the heart is starting to go away. And then look there after 5 months, how that inflammation's just going. And when I looked at that the first time, I was like, wow, if that's what it can do for my heart health, I'm excited to see what it's going to do for all my other organs. Something to mention, David Schmidt advises to use the patches for a minimum of 90 days for optimum results. One thing I would like to add on top of that, if you're an older person or you're dealing with any serious issues, I would add another month for every decade you are old on top of that. Some of these conditions take decades to get to where they are, and you can't expect the patches just to fix everything in 90 days. Although that is the recommendation, we've seen results in weeks, days, hours, minutes, or even seconds. Just remember, everybody has a different history and they're eating different, so results vary. And just again, drink enough water. So this is a website that I'd really like you to go look at. It's called thisisitinfo.com. This was put together by our leaders in America, Steve and Gina Merritt, and absolutely love this website. It's everything you want to know about X39, the story, where did it start, the patents, the clinical trials, and then also some incredible testimonies from doctors using it and what they've seen with their patients. And if you wanted to share this with one of your friends or family overseas, they can click on the little flag there. It will translate to their language. Very, very cool site. Please go dig a bit deeper and see exactly how this works and what it's doing for people. Now, this is a topography map. It's a brain scan from a 77-year-old lady. She placed X39 at the back of the neck of her neck. And when I first saw this, I was like, wow. If you look there at session one, so much inflammation, the redness around the cell, it's actually busy splitting, very little brain coherence. Look at session two, 3 weeks on X39. All the inflammation around the cell's gone. There's this little speck of inflammation in the middle of the cell. Definitely improved brain coherence. And look at session three, 6 weeks on X39. A complete turnaround, improved stem cell activity, better brain coherence. If you look at session one and session three, can you see in session three that cell's busy rejoining, or it has rejoined? Actually seeing that age reversal happening there on a cellular level. And what excites me about this was just a brain scan. Can you now imagine all our organs, the kidneys, the lungs, the liver, the brain? And that's the really exciting thing. Now, I'm getting to the part of my presentation where I'm going to show some before and after pictures, and results aren't typical. Just know that. It depends from person to person how quickly they're going to respond. These two pictures were in 30 minutes where we're seeing the inflammation reduction. So the first picture is a guy, you can see his back really inflamed, his sternum as well. Look at that reduction in 30 minutes. And then to the right, a lady with arthritis, and just look at that inflammation reduction. If we can get the inflammation to go away, so does the pain. Just amazing. We're seeing inflammation reduction in all sorts of animals. This is a horse. Just look at the horse's coat. This was over months. And then to the right, look how much inflammation was in the heart. It was actually purple. And just look how the inflammation's just slowly but surely going away. Now, for the ladies, some of the age reversal pictures that we've seen. So this first shot is a 70-year-old lady. Can you believe that? So on day one, you can see the bags under her eyes. Day 42, slowly but surely going away. And look at day 355. I mean, it looks like she's had a complete facelift. And look at the color of her eyes, how the life's come back into it. To the right, a lady with crow's feet, that line in the corner of your eyes, that was within 45 days. To the right of her, also, I love looking at that picture. Look how nicely her face is straightened out. Look at the color of her eyes, how it's come back, and then also how her neck has straightened out. Bottom left corner, this lady had some blemishes on her face. That was within 9 weeks, a very quick response to the collagen. And then to the right, if you see this lady, she had these lines starting to form in the corner of her mouth, started drooping. And just look at that. 5 months later, it's just nicely evened out. And what excites me about seeing this is not only are we seeing these results outside the body, it's a reflection what happened inside the body. And that's the really groundbreaking thing. Vitiligo, really tough thing. Pigmentation of the face, skin condition, nothing they can do for it. Look at this guy within 3 months. To the right, this is a friend of ours in America. His name's David. His vitiligo is almost 90% gone. Just look at that difference. To the right of him, a scar that healed very quickly. That's in 12 days. Bottom left corner, lady with Bell's palsy. Very tough thing. The face starts spasming. And then look at that 3 months later, almost good as new. Psoriasis, amazing that we're seeing results with autoimmune conditions. They had a very quick response there. That was within 10 days. That's also something people, they can't do anything about it. They can give you a cream and help with the irritation, but that's about it. So some circulation pictures. So this is a guy who was actually about to get toes amputated, and look at the difference within 5 days. I mean, that is just wow. Bottom right corner, lady with swollen feet. That was within 3 weeks. Just look at that amazing reduction in swelling. And one of the main reasons for seeing all these different results is look at that blood slide analysis. So this was a lady, she did a blood slide before she patched, then she patched. 10 minutes later, she did another blood slide. And look at the difference. That first slide, you can see the blood's not happy, it's not moving properly. 10 minutes later, some oxygen in the cell, and it's also mobilizing the stem cells in the cell. Just amazing. Some wound healing pictures. So sorry for the gory pictures. This is a lady that hurt her cheek there. Look at that turnaround in 21 days. To the right, this is a fellow that younger guy had a snowboarding accident. He had to go for an interview, and his mom had some patches. She's like, come, let's patch you. Let's see if we can get you looking better for your interview. Look at that turnaround in 5 days. There's just this little scar on his lip. And I mean, he's a younger guy. He still has some stem cells. Bottom left corner, this is an older fella. He definitely fell hard. You can see he has patched more than one patch. But look at that turnaround. I mean, basically good as new after 7 weeks. And then to the right, sorry for the gory picture. This was a kid, severed his finger in a door. They begged the doctor to sew the finger back on. Didn't want to. Look at that turnaround in 21 days. I mean, without patches, that's a 3 to 6 month exercise. Hair growth, a really big one. Also seeing huge improvement in my hair growth. I've been bald since the 90s and my hair is growing back like crazy. If you look at that first shot there, that's within 7 weeks. Look how nicely his hair is filling out. Look how the gray is starting to disappear. To the right of him, this guy had a really big hair loss issue. That was within 3 months. And then the bottom left corner, always love looking at that. Look how nicely his hair is filling out again. And then also that original color returning. So I did very quickly tell you the story of where this all started in 2004. So yeah, athletes on the patches there. You can see Michael Phelps with the energy enhancer, Serena Williams also using it. Same with David Beckham. And then Lorenzo Savadori, he sticks the X39 on his forehead, sticks on his helmet, and then drives fast on his superbike. And he uses it for concentration. And again, all athletes should be using this technology. I just quickly want to go through some of the products. Just on this note, we get started with X39. This is the world's first stem cell activation patch. Just being consistent with this every day could make a huge difference in your health. But with that being said, in some cases, people need some extra help. So there's supportive products. We've got X49. It's like the booster patch for 39. It helps with muscle mass, bone density, and heart health. We have Ice Wave. This used to be our flagship product. Incredible product. It helps with pain release. Doesn't mask the pain, it releases it. Glutathione. Absolutely love that product. It's a very strong immune booster and antioxidant. You patch this glutathione patch, it raises the glutathione levels in the liver by 300% very, very quickly. Stronger than any glutathione supplement that you can orally take. Love that product. Carnosine, also great, helps with brain function, memory, and focus, and it lengthens the telomeres. Aeon, it's our happy patch. It helps with stress and reduces inflammation. Silent Nights, if you have problems with sleeping, awesome product that regulates your sleep, melatonin increase. Energy Enhancer, where it all started, increases energy with fat burning, and it helps with endurance. Then SP6 helps with weight, appetite, aids hormones, and aids in digestion. Now, Alivida is the new kid on the block. We just got a hold of this product just over a month ago. Very excited about it. It's the world's first collagen activation patch, seeing incredible results with skin and reduces wrinkles. And then the last one, we don't have access to this yet, but I like keeping it on there. It's called AccuLife. We will get access to it, but it's basically the same as IceWave, and they use that for animals. Now, I just quickly want to touch on some of the testimonies we've seen. Now, just on this note, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. If you're dealing with any serious issues, always consult your doctor. But with that being said, when we started this group, it was a couple of us. This has now grown into over 4,000 people in there, over 700 testimonies, over 100, I think, 50 different categories. Does it mean that we've healed these conditions? No, by no means. This isn't a cure for anything. Just understand that. This doesn't work like normal medicine. You stick this patch on, it's like a firmware upgrade for the brain, and the body starts doing its thing. Now, I just want to go over some of these categories: sciatica, brain fog, animals, seeing incredible results with us, eyesight and vision. It's amazing that we can see people's eyesight improve. I mean, your eye is such a specialized thing. Sorry, I just went the other way there. There's things on this list I can't even pronounce. I don't even know what it is. I'll have to go Google it. But anything kidney related, liver related, migraines, gout, any form of inflammation, bladder, we're seeing results on people's hearing improve. How incredible is that? I mean, your eardrum's such a specialized thing. Epilepsy, asthma, nerve damage, shingles, that's been sticking its head out since the pandemic. Fibromyalgia, I mean, the list just goes on and on. And the reason why I'm showing this to you, you might have somebody in your inner circle that's dealing with these conditions. The doctors can't help. And yeah, we have hope in a patch. How quickly it's going to happen, I can't tell you. It depends from person to person. Parkinson's, incredible results with any form of arthritis, neuropathy, Alzheimer's, dementia, eczema, autism. I mean, the list doesn't stop. If we don't have a testimony for something that you're suffering with, please still try this for 90 days. It's the reason why this list keeps growing, because it doesn't mean if we don't have a testimony that it can't help you. So just to quickly touch on the prices. Now you buy X39 in a sleeve. It looks like this. There's 30 patches in the sleeve. Now, I just want to compare apples with apples. This is a stem cell treatment. Now, conventional stem cell injections are very expensive. They start at $10,000 upwards, and they've got a 50% chance that they won't work. I always love telling the story of our friend Javi Solis. He's one of our friends in America. His son is autistic, and they've gone for conventional stem cell injections in Mexico twice in 1 year. Very expensive, like $20,000 a pop. Had no effect on him. Mike Hernandez, another friend of ours, said, "Come, we've got this patch. Let's try it on him." He kind of laughed at him like I laughed at Chris. Long story short, they patched the little boy for a week, and he was swinging on a swing for the first time. Was never been able to do that. A month later, he was pedaling on a Peloton bicycle. Never had the cognition to do that either. And it's now a year and a half later, a bit longer. He started saying, is he still autistic? Yes, but his improvement's been groundbreaking, and it's completely changed that family's dynamic. Now, there's a retail price and a wholesale price. The retail price for X39, X49 is $149.95. The other products are $79.95. But why do you want to pay retail if you can pay wholesale? You sign up as a member, you get X39, X49 for $99.95. The other products for $49.95 to $69.95. The reason why it varies, they give you a bit of a discount when you buy them in bulk, and I love that. Now, just to touch on some of the enrollment kits, there's 5 of them. It starts at our bronze package. That's $124.95. The bronze package actually works out the most expensive because they charge a $25 registration fee. That's once off. After your first month, you get the product at cost, which is $99.95. That's for 1 month's supply of X39. I recommend, if people want to try this, come in silver or higher. The reason for that is you save some money. So you'll see there, they waiver that $25 registration fee, and you're getting 3 months of X39 at cost at $299.95. So the saving coming in at silver, including the shipping that you're saving, is about $40. That's for one person. And then I know people have enough patches to at least do the 90-day protocol. If you want to patch more than one person, I recommend looking at gold or higher. The gold package is $499.95. They'll be getting 5.5 sleeves of X39. So they didn't cut one of the sleeves in half. They give you 5 sleeves of X39 and a free sleeve of any of the other products to try. Now you can see you can mix and match these sleeves as well. And how that works is you can swap one X39 for 2 of any of the other products. Uh, there's also a platinum package. That's $999.95. That's about 22,000 Rand. They'll be getting 2 free sleeves. It's 12 sleeves of X39. That's about in Rand, a 5,000 Rand saving, just shy of it. Um, and then the biggest package we have is the diamond package. That's the $1,600. They'll be getting 3 free sleeves. And that's the cheapest that you could ever get X39 for. It's about $84 a sleeve before shipping and VAT. And what I like about LifeWave is you can upgrade through these kits and only pay the difference. So let's say you came in at silver and you want to upgrade to gold because you want more product. You can do that. You just pay the difference and you get the difference in stock. And I recommend people upgrading through these tiers because you get free stock and it starts working out a bit cheaper. Now, just to touch on some of the statistics of the company. Now, the first thing that I asked Chris when he shared this with me is how old's the company? Because I don't do startups. At that stage, it was just over 18 years, and I had this sigh of relief because a 20-year-old company screams stability. It means their manufacturing is in order, their supply chain, people are getting the product delivered internationally. It's a wild-oiled machine. Now, before they released X39, this company was doing about $28 million a year. The patent got approved. They released X39 4 years ago, partly during COVID, and this company 10x their turnover. Now, what company do you know that 10x their turnover in the last 4 years? And I mean, just that alone should tell you that they got something within X39. Last year, we did about $420 million turnover for the year. It's projected to be $1 billion company by 2025. And we can currently ship this to over 87 countries in the world. So if you have friends and relatives overseas, very easy. They just sign up with your link and they can also get the product. Now, the big thing for me here is X39 is protected by patents. Now, I don't know if you know anything about patents. Firstly, to get one is really hard. The patent for X39 took 10 years and it was $4.5 million. That was the cost to actually get the patent. Now, you can't get a patent if you can't prove your theory. And this is why this took so long. And what I like about the X39 patents is it's still active for about 16 years. And that for me is super, super exciting. This isn't my vitamin is better than your vitamin or my powder is better than your powder. What X39 does for people is in a complete class of its own. It has no competition and nobody's allowed to copy it. And that for me just screams opportunity. Now, I'm going to touch very quickly on the business side of it. For me, the highlight is always X39. But what I love about LifeWave is that David Schmidt rather gave power to the people. And rather than the pharmaceutical companies making the money, he was like, no, let's make this a network marketing company and allow people to share this. And it was the best move he could have made. So, what is most important in your life? Family time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. I'll be honest, when I looked at this the first time, it all screamed at me. And what's really unique for me within LifeWave compared to everything else out there, this company ticks 3 very important boxes. We can help people mentally, physically, and financially. And in 20 years in this space, I've never seen a company that ticks those 3 boxes. And that for me is very, very exciting. Now, just to touch on 2 highlights of the compensation plan, there's 4 ways how we earn from this. I'm just going to touch on the 2 most exciting parts. Firstly is our binary structure. Now, the core of the binary structure is run by one principle. We go manager. How do you do that? It's as simple as bringing 4 of your friends onto these calls, signing up 2 on the left leg, 2 on the right leg. You go manager, and we get that to duplicate. Now, what's exciting about the binary structure, you're building two legs, but it can go unlimited levels deep. And that's super, super powerful over the long term. Now, the only reason the math makes sense on the binary is that they limit the earnings that you can earn from it dependent on your rank. Now, at the highest rank, the most you can ever earn from the binary is $25,000 a week. Now, I know that sounds far-fetched, but I know 4 friends in America that has maxed out their binary, but it depends on you. You can make 25K a week, a month, a year, or 3 years. I think just any money from this would make a difference. And isn't it amazing that we can monetize this incredible product, help people in a dramatic way, and also earning dollars on a weekly basis? I think that is very, very powerful. The second part of the compensation plan that I love is the matching bonus. Now, they had to limit our earnings in the binary, otherwise, the math wouldn't make sense. But what I love about the LifeWave compensation plan is it's best of both worlds. Binary means unlimited levels deep, uni-level means unlimited width. Now, the matching bonus is paid out on a uni-level structure, and it's 3 tiers, and it's as simple as this. Let's say you get a friend that sign up and they make $1,000 a week. You'll earn 25% of that. That is $250 a week. Now, let's say that person has a friend that makes $1,000 a week. That person will make 25%, you'll make the 20, the one that signed him up. And that's a lot. It's actually $12.50 that you're making at a time. On the first level, it's $10 on the second, and another 10 per cycle. The cycles are $50. And I don't want to get into too much detail there, but there's a lot of meat on the bone here. And it's super, super exciting because as we're sharing this with people, we just start earning more as we're going through these tiers. Now, in the end, I just quickly want to show you what this product has done for, firstly, a little dog. Now, I met the owner of Poplap, and quite amazing what's happened with this little doggy. Completely paralyzed in its back legs. Have a look here. Just look at that. Isn't that just amazing? I've now looked at that video so many times, and every time I see it, I just say, wow, quite amazing that we can help our little furry friends. Now, the next testimony I'm going to close with, it's one thing to help people that we don't know. It's a completely different thing to help somebody close to your heart. So a very, very good friend of mine's mom had a severe stroke in the beginning of May. It was really bad. She was completely paralyzed on the left side of her body, couldn't function, couldn't walk. Long story short, we patched her, and they didn't take footage of the first week because it was too traumatic. But the moment she started lifting her left arm, they started recording her, and I just want you to see her progress.
Hi, my name is Lindy, and I just wanted to share my family story with my mom having a severe stroke on the 30th of April, 2024. We booked her into hospital, and on the 3rd of May, they gave us devastating news. Mom had a stroke on the right hemisphere of her brain, leaving her paralyzed on the left side. And on the 4th of May, we decided to start patching Mom. And this is our story. So we started taking footage of Mon on the 7th of May. We saw that there's movement in her left arm, and she had incredible movement on her mouth. This is 5 days on the patch, the 8th of May. She's still in hospital. She's reaching higher with her left hand. The arm is lifting so much better. And then we had a bit of quite of a setback. They moved it to the step-down clinic, and we actually didn't tell anybody about the patches in hospital or the doctors. And so we had to be honest with the step-down clinic. And then the doctor said that we can't patch Mom until he's looked at everything. So for a couple of days, from the 9th up to the 14th of May, we couldn't patch my mom, but the doctor did come back, and he allowed us to continue with the patching. So this was on Mother's Day, the 12th of May. She was still not back on the patch, but she was in the step-down clinic. This video, she's 2 days back on the patch on the 17th of May in the clinic. And here she is walking with the help of one of the nurses. This was quite a big moment for our family. As you can see, she's smiling and she's improving quite a bit. And it's just incredible. This is 5 days on the patch in the clinic, the 19th of May, and the left side of the face is improving so much. 7 days on the patch, the 21st of May, 2024. She's walking with a walker. And 7 days on the patch, this was the evening visit, and she was so alert and her mouth looked perfect. And she's just showing us all her type of exercises that she's busy doing. We are so grateful. And then this was taken this morning, the 28th of May. She's 14 days on the patch now, and she's just showing that she can walk by herself. They are still not allowing this long distances, but I just wanted some footage to show that the recovery is going very well. And we hope that Mom will be out of the step-down clinic very soon. And we are looking forward to a full recovery, but I will keep on going with the updates so that everybody can see the progress. We received a wonderful surprise from the therapist this afternoon. Thank you for watching.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Every time I look at that day, I just smile. I sleep really, really well at night, knowing my friend's mom is getting better. And that is what fills my cup with what we are doing within our community. And I know the business side is not for everybody, but understand something. I want every person that's on this call to patch for the rest of your life. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you share this with a couple of your friends, and it's so good that you want to share it, you can wear this technology for the rest of your life. And that was the intention around LifeWave. Don, thank you always for being here. I know you invited a couple people on the call. I don't know if you want to add something there. You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Wilson. A powerful presentation as always. I must say that testimony also fills my cup. Yeah, we have a lot of testimonies throughout the whole world at thisisit.info.com. But this one, it just resonates with me. And I want to say to everybody who has joined here tonight, you have heard that LifeWave is a AAA rated company that is 20 years old, earning for $500 million US dollars in 2024 and $1 US dollars in 2025. And we are blessed to know about this photobiomodulation science, which has just revolutionized and changed our health for better and better. So I want to say now we are in 100 countries. In South Africa, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. And we don't have any competition. You are again at the right place tonight, at the right time, with the right product. And I would really say to you, go out there and share this with as many people as you can. And I want to agree, we need to patch every day of our life just by reactivating our copper peptide the GHK peptide that just reactivates our dormant stem cells.
Yeah.
And the dormant stem cells, they will just go and prioritize what your body needs. This is it. Thank you very much, Wilson.
Thank you so much, Don. I see a very good friend of mine join us on the call, Sandy Ashfield. If you could just say hello there. Thank you so much for joining us, my friend. Yeah,
Hi,
two
Wilson.
very close friends of mine on the call. So glad Chris is still here and Sandy's here. Guys,
Chris, hi,
Sandy, you're very
everyone.
lucky that
Wilson,
Sandy
so
joined our
lovely to be on
network.
the
And I wanted to quickly tell her story, just very briefly, what happened in her family. Thank you for joining us, my friend.
It's wonderful to be on the call with you, Wilson. Thank you for a wonderful presentation and good evening, everyone. It really is such a privilege to be on this LifeWave journey because it has truly felt like a miracle discovering this technology in my life. I was introduced to the technology through a running injury. I've been a runner for most of my life, and when I tore my Achilles tendon last year in April, I actually I had never experienced that level of pain and discomfort, and I had physiotherapy, biokinetics treatment, and eventually even a surgery to the Achilles to try and alleviate the pain and to get back to my running routine, Wilson. But everything helped a lot, and nothing had me running pain-free again. So it really was an incredible blessing to have bumped into a lady named Robin in the middle of the Karoo, of all places. And she saw me walking with a limp, and she said, "Have you tried a stem cell patch on your Achilles?" And when she presented me with an X39, I applied it to my Achilles tendon, and overnight, I experienced the most incredible pain relief. I could actually press on the Achilles with no pain, and I kept patching for a week, for 7 days. And within 3 days, I could walk with the heel completely flat, pain-free. And within 7 days, I was back to my normal running route. I was even rebounding on my trampoline, stressing the Achilles. And I honestly couldn't believe it. But I've gone on and I've patched my dad. He is free of pain in his knees from going to have a knee replacement surgery. He no longer needs to have that because he's pain-free in his knees. My sister, who had a stroke, immobilized completely on her left side of her body, her hand unable to open. Within 48 hours of patching her hand with the X39, she was actually able to open her hand, pick up a glass of water, and today she's driving again. She's got an automatic car, she's fully mobile, and this technology has got to be experienced to be believed. It really is the proof in the patch. And I thank you so much for your beautiful presentation tonight, Wilson, because it really does justice to what the science of this technology is. And one just wants to share it with everyone around the world.
My friend, every time I hear your story, I just smile from ear to ear. You know, you have a sister that's also had a severe stroke, and this was years ago. And to also see the life coming back into her the way it has, absolute gift. We can just say thank you. And I know you are busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to just jump on the call, to come chat to my
Wonderful.
community. And
And
yes,
I want to tell you,
join us
Wilson,
again.
talking about my sister, she was saying to me that her medication prior to, post her stroke was
Yeah.
over 5,500 Rand a month. She has weaned off all medication and she's only on the X39, which is remarkable because just one patch a day has replaced all of that medication, which is such a wonderful savings for her as well, and giving her that vitality. So yeah, thank you. Thank
Incredible,
you
my
for having
friend.
me. Wonderful privilege.
Keep us in the loop with her recovery. Her story is still
Oh.
going to develop over time. And thank you for everything you do in our community. You very quickly became one of the pillars in it. Very, very excited to present with you in Bedfordview on Friday.
Yes.
So yes,
Thank you.
I can just say thank you. Chris, I know you're still on the call. You might have to run there. I don't know if you maybe want to say something there. You're more than welcome. If not, if anybody's got any,
Yes, now I can jump in quick.
yeah, please, get in there, get in there.
Oh, well, I'm going to be opening up for Sandy's niece just now for the
Nice,
main Zoom at 8. So,
nice.
but nice to see you guys, Sandy, Don, Wilson. So good to see you guys. Beautiful, well done. Absolutely amazing presentation. And all I can say from my side is I've been part of LifeWave for 19 months, and I have seen more miracles in my entire life. We call this a little miracle patch. That's all I can say. We've given people their lives back, and we help people on every single level, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially as well. And I love what Wilson said in the presentation, where David Schmidt had a decision to make how to get this product into the marketplace. And he could have gone the retail route to make these pharmaceutical companies even more wealthier. And what he did was he decided to rather use the network marketing distribution method, which has been around, believe it or not, for 136 years. And the way I see this beautiful industry is in its purest form, redistribution of wealth, and rather putting the hands into and the money into the hands of many instead of a small group of people. And guys, let's face it. 4 years ago, the world changed. When COVID kicked in, everybody's lives turned around completely, and a lot of people are still trying to catch up financially, and a lot of people are looking for help on every level, and we can help people with their health, as you can see after watching this presentation, and we can help you with your wealth as well. And those two words are interlinked: health and wealth. You see they sound the same, they look similar. It's only the H and the W that changes because they're completely interlinked. And that's what we can do here at LifeWave. So I hope you guys enjoyed the presentation. Wilson, absolutely beautiful presentation. Looking forward to presenting with you live over the weekend. So
Yes.
keep doing what you're doing.
Love you so much, Chris. I'll come join the call right now. Me and Chris are presenting for one of our friends in Venda on Saturday. Super excited to go light Limpopo on fire. That's like the one area that I haven't infiltrated yet. So quite excited for our little road trip there. And Chris, just thank you again for taking some time. Just on the note of our training we did last week, Thursday, we've been getting such amazing response from it that I can't wait to have more roundtable events with some of the leaders that's crushing it, and in our group. And let's just give our community as much love as we can on the training side. Luckily, I've got a couple leaders that's going to start presenting, and then I want to go full tilt on the training and really kick open this door for people so we can get some movement quickly. Guys, thank you to everybody that joined us. Thank you again, Chris. Thank you, Sandy. I'm going to cut your little testimony nicely. I've been waiting for your testimony that I can play with it.
Thank you for having me, Will. You are a huge inspiration and a huge privilege to be on your call. Thank you.
Such a pleasure. Guys, is there any questions? Is there any comments? What did you like most about the presentation? If there's anything that's not clear, yeah. If not, I'll take this in for a landing. I'm not seeing anybody unmute there.
I've got to shoot, guys.
Much love,
shoot.
Chris.
I'll see you guys later.
Cheers,
bye,
man.
guys.
You're on the call now, brother.
Right.
Cool, man. Guys, if there's no comments, cheers, Sandy. See you soon. If there's no questions or comments, let's take this in for a landing. Thank you so much for making the time on a Monday night. We're doing this again on Thursday evening, 6:30 our time, and then also Saturday night, 6 o'clock our time. I know we've got American people on the call, so I'm not exactly sure what the times are in your space, but Clinton has sorted you out with a really cool document that you can see the times and the slots. Clint, I don't know if you maybe want to say something. Otherwise, we can end this out.
Pretty good. Did you record this?
I did, yes, I did. I'm gonna get it online.
And did you include the Q&A also?
Yeah, everything is recorded.
Okay, great. Alan was asking if it's possible to just kind of really quickly review the Ice Wave
Yeah,
because he wants to have that prospect of his. Just the fact that primarily what we want to do is that the X39 you want to patch for life, but
yeah,
there are individual patches that can work very quickly on specific places of pain, and
yeah,
that's where the Ice Wave comes in. We don't want to set false expectations, but the
yes.
Ice Wave is different, isn't it?
Yes, Ice Wave, I'll be honest with you, I haven't worked with it a lot because I'm not in pain. But I'm seeing stories of people patching people with it, and it's like a showstopper. In many cases, we see the pain disappear very, very quickly. I mean, what I know about it is that they've done testing on IceWave in 5 hospitals in Europe, and over 150 patients. The doctor said if it had more than a 30% success rate, they'll look at it, and they tested it, and it had a 97% success rate to release the pain, not just mask it. So if anybody's in severe pain, I would add that as well. It's not something that you'll use every day, but also an incredible product. It was our flagship product before X39 came to market. So definitely, if people are in pain, add it. If affordability is not an issue.
Excellent. Good. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Alan, I don't know if that's good for you there, buddy. I can also send you some instructions for IceWave on how you use it, because it's 2 patches and you actually do a little motion on finding the spot where it works best. And in many cases, you do 1 or 2 adjustments and the pain's just gone. So I would highly recommend getting him some. Fantastic. Guys, if we've covered everything, thanks again, and looking forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. Always here to help anyone. If you guys have any other questions that's popped up, I think we can take this in for a landing. Clint, are you happy?
I think we're golden. That was really, really good. Thanks.
Fantastic, guys. Have an amazing week. Thank you for your time. And yeah, we'll see you guys soon. Thank you, Clint. I'll speak to you a bit later, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Cheers,
Thanks,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.